Good morning, agents. This is Jeremy with Century 21 Everest, and I am excited to be with you today. Just recently, during one of our morning ascents, I told the story of two legends in their own right, in their own fields, that we all know of. We've got Mr. Jim Nantz, famous sports broadcaster and journalist. He's called the Super Bowls, March Madness, and of course, most famously, the annual Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia for golfers. And then the second person was Fred Couples, Hall of Fame PGA Tour pro golfer. And the connection that most people aren't aware of is that these two went to college together and played on the golf team together at the University of Houston. At the time, Jim Nantz was actively pursuing a career and a degree in the world of journalism, and Fred wanted to become a professional golfer. And so at night in their dorm rooms, these two would sit in a room and Jim Nantz would interview Fred Couples. And they would act as if Fred had just won the Masters and Jim was asking him these questions. And it was beneficial for both because Fred got to visualize the idea and ingrain in his mind this concept that I'm going to win the Masters one day. And of course, Jim got some great practice at his sports journalism. What is so remarkable about this story is that in 1992, Jim Nantz interviewed Fred Couples after he had just actually won the Masters. If you ever have time, go take a look at YouTube. You can see a clip of the video of him, of the interview and the exchange, and the two of them getting emotional, and nobody really understands why unless you know the backstory of how hard these two worked to get to that point in their career. Here's the great lesson. All success stories, all great leaders, all individuals who want to succeed at great things in their field, they must first have a vision, something that they want to achieve, something they want to attain, whether it be who they want to become, what they want to achieve, a certain level of success, whatever that may be, or a certain level of success in the field they're in. And then, of course, they've got to put a plan in place. How am I going to get there in order for me to achieve blank, or in order for me to become blank? What has to happen? You fill that out, you answer that question, and all of a sudden you have a plan. And then once you know what you want to get and you have a vision, and then once you have written down what it's going to take to get there and the plan in place to achieve what you want, number 3 is you've got to take some action. You've got to get feet on the ground and start working and doing the things that it's going to require of you. Agents, ask yourself right now, do you know what you want? Do you know who you want to become? Can you see it in your mind right now? Is it something that's out there? Does it seem attainable? If you're not sure, I promise you it is. Think of all of the people that have achieved great things. It all started in their mind. It all started with a concept of something they wanted. And once they could see it, and once they started asking themselves great questions about what it would take to get there, and then taking action with those steps, great things start to happen. Now look, you can go long term and say, I want to be a multi-millionaire. I want to own a sports franchise, and I want to do, fill in the blank of these grandiose things. But guess what? You can wake up on a Monday morning and say, this is what I'd like to accomplish today. In order for me to accomplish this today, I need to take the following steps, and this is my plan for today, and go take some action. It's okay if it's day by day, hour by hour, month by month, whatever it is that you need. It's right there for the taking, and you have all the support in the world that you need from your local leadership. So agents, get a vision in your head, create a plan, and go take action, and watch great things happen in your life. Thank you so much for participating and all you're doing. Go out there and have a phenomenal day today.